Hey everyone, it's Fast back with another video, and I'm super excited. Let's just add another super in there to discuss my favorite authors. Like, I'm actually really excited to film this video. I know that in my previous videos, I've kind of touched upon a few of the authors that I really did enjoy, and I know I name dropped a lot. I know I did that. But what I'm gonna do with this video is I'm gonna discuss 4 authors that I really do absolutely love. They are the top of my list of authors that I thoroughly enjoy and that I would probably purchase and read everything that they write. Okay, so the 4 authors that I absolutely love is Elle Kennedy, Huang, Becka Mack, and Emily McIntire. Okay, I absolutely love every single one of these authors. They are just amazing. I absolutely adore their writing. I really enjoy their content. And what's very interesting about these 4 different authors is that as I was like thinking about what I was gonna say for this video, I realized that each one of them has a different writing style, or at least a different genre or subgenre within the romance realm. And I enjoy the fact that each one of them are kind of different, and we're gonna get into that. So I absolutely love it. Okay, let's start off with Miss Elle Kennedy because she is my #1 favorite author. I absolutely adore her. She is Canadian, and I think I just have a strong sense or just like a bigger connection to her because of her being Canadian. And I am so upset that I didn't actually read her material or read her books or even discover her sooner than what I did. I discovered her about maybe, I want to say, a year and a half ago. Actually, no, maybe more towards like 2 years. I was looking for a brand new book to read, and at the time I was commuting a lot, so I was trying to download as many books as I could on my computer or on my phone so that I could, read. And one of her books came up, and I read the title, and I was like, I don't know. I'm not into sports romance. This is just not really what I'm feeling. And especially it being hockey romance, like I know I'm Canadian, it wasn't something that really like would pull me in. But then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me give it a shot. And then I saw that there was like a whole bunch of books in that series, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can just read the first one, and then if I decide to like it, I can just continue and purchase the other ones. It was the best decision I ever made. When I tell you it was the best decision I ever made, I devoured The Deal by Elle Kennedy. And that really introduced me to sports romance, and more specifically hockey romance, because that was a genre that I never would have ever considered. And she really made me fall in love with something that was so outlandish to me, or just something that was not on my radar at all. But yet it is now the most, book content that I consume is reading sports romance. And I absolutely loved it. Okay. I loved it so much that I now have all of the off-campus series, which is 5 books, and all of the Briar U series, which is 4 books. And Miss Elle Kennedy released a like a next generation series called the Campus Diaries, I think. Oh my god, why am I blanking? I can't believe I just blanked on that. It's called The Graham Effect. Honestly, I just really enjoyed her writing, and I'm definitely going to go into these series in more in depth. Like I'll break them down and discuss each book, because each book really deserves to be given enough time to, give it its flowers and really, give it its praise, because I just absolutely loved it, right? And when I found out that Miss Elle Kennedy was going to be, that she was going to be doing a next generation, I, like, I almost passed out. I was so excited, and I was so sad that it was going to take forever to come out, but when it did come out, it was not a disappointment at all. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I just love seeing all of her little updates. I follow her, I have her newsletter, I follow her on Instagram. I just, all the little updates that she gives just makes me feel so connected to her series and the work that she is producing, that it really makes me love the books that she is, writing, and really makes me want to like continue following her. And in one of my previous videos, I talked about how I wanted to be more intentional about the books that I'm either reading and purchasing. And I discussed how, a pre-order might be on that list of things that I will buy. And that's because if I am willing to pre-order a book, that means it is a book that I'm super excited about. Okay, and something that I know I'm going to like, and I know I'm going to continue a series, if it does belong to a series, that is. And I already have, I have the second book to that series coming soon, and I'm just really excited. And that's why, maybe I'm not explaining myself very well, but I'm just really excited for a lot of her works coming out. She does also have another series that's in the works at the moment, and it is called, I can't remember exactly what the series is called, but it's, I believe it falls more under YA, because they are students who are at a boarding school, and they're in high school, but it's more of like a mystery thriller. A big accident has occurred in this series, and they're trying to piece everything together. And when I read the first book, it's called Misfit. When I read the first book, it ended on a cliffhanger, and thankfully, when I discovered Misfit, Rogue, which is book number 2, had just come out. So I was able to kind of binge read those two books, cohesively, and not be taken out of the story. I'm waiting for book number 3 because each book keeps ending on a cliffhanger, and I'm just waiting for her to release that, okay? And that's not a series that I would have normally read, but because I heard, a lot of good things about it, and because Elle Kennedy wrote it, I was like, you know what? Let's get into it, and I really did enjoy it. So it makes me really believe that I could just read anything that she writes, and I would just love it and eat it up. But yeah, the type of books that Elle Kennedy writes, or at least the kind that I enjoyed about her sports romance, was that they were interconnected standalones, and they were part of like a bigger series, and they have these beautiful themes in it. Yes, some of the books can be really intense, but I think she does a really good job at of navigating those topics. So what I really enjoy about Elle Kennedy's, writing and her work is that, she introduced me, like I said before, to the sports romance. But I really do enjoy that with her. I know I can get a really good college romance, or like a college story. So I really love reading college stories. I don't know how else to say that, but yeah, like for her, knowing that I can get a really good story from, kids being on campus, I really enjoy that. And, it's tough, right? Each student is going to be going through their own issues, right? Each student, each person is going to have their own background, and I love just being able to explore those stories. So Elle Kennedy's work really pushed me, like I said, towards sports romance and towards college life. The second author that I'm going to discuss is Miss Anna Huang. Oh my God. Okay. She is a really, she, I just love her work. She knows how to do a contemporary romance. Like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, she knows how to do the contemporary romance. She knows how to make the like kind of alpha hole, kind of arrogant billionaire, morally gray characters just stand out. Her ability to write, a lot of people say that her men are really just the same but just in different fonts, and I absolutely agree with that. I have nothing wrong with admitting that, but yet they're all so different, and the fact that you can distinguish between them is just amazing, right? But yes, Miss Anna Huang, I absolutely love her writing. I don't know how. She just has the ability to write such tension and very strong personalities. Okay. And I'm able to distinguish a lot of the characters and be like, oh, that is very this type of a character. Oh, that's very that type of character. Even in scenarios and situations that have not happened, you're able to kind of be like, oh, what would they say in this? And it's so accurate, right? And I think that also is why I really love Anna Wong's writing, is not only is it like captivating, her writing has definitely gotten better over the series that she's writing. And I love that for her. Okay. I love being able to see that, maybe in her first book of a certain series, maybe wasn't as great as others, but I love how she was able to kind of, fix the mistakes as, the series continued. And I love that even more. And I'm just like, yes, that's amazing. Yeah, I absolutely love her work. I don't even know what else to say apart from the fact that she just knows how to write very strong characters. She knows how to write twists. She definitely knows how to keep a very specific topic floating everywhere. And for those of you who have read the Twisted series and have read the Kings of Sin series, they're going to know exactly which character I'm talking about. Okay. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They know which one I'm talking about. But just the fact that she's really good at drawing like Easter eggs, and she's really good at making like certain characters present in other series, kind of adding a lot of Easter eggs. Really thoroughly enjoy her reading. I would definitely say she falls more under the contemporary, okay, romance. Some people say that her writing can kind of go into more of a dark romance era, and I disagree with that. I discussed that at length in one of my other videos, but yeah, like it's a really good contemporary romance. I think if you're okay with a little bit of spice, if you're okay with older characters in the Twisted series just the Twisted series, it's again interconnected standalones, and they are in college, but they eventually all graduate and are actually living, their lives with their careers as the series continues. So it's a good series to read, I think. And if you're okay with, some spice, if you're okay with some time jumps going back and forward, if you're okay with some morally gray characters, or you're okay with the men being a little bit more possessive or a little bit more, how should I say it? Like very protective and just all about their women, then this is the series for you. She is the writer for you. So Anna Wong is this contemporary writer that I enjoy. So the fact that I've just went from a sports college romance to, contemporary romance, shows that there's a little bit of diversity here. The big diversity card here is actually Miss Emily McIntire. Okay, Emily McIntire, I really enjoyed her books. I can't even tell you how happy I am that I was introduced to her because, okay, I knew one of her series, the Never After series. I knew about it, but I was really afraid to start it because I hadn't really read or dabbled in dark romance at that time. And I thought that the book cover to Hooked was beautiful. Like, I just wanted to own it just because of the cover. It was just gorgeous. Okay. But I kept seeing it on everybody's list of, oh, if you are, really into dark romance, read this. And that was the first book that I read that was any type of dark romance. And tell me how I was sitting there reading it. I devoured it in one day and I really enjoyed it. I sat there and was like, okay, this is not that dark. And you know what? This is not that dark, but there are a little bit more mature themes in here. And I was like, oh, okay, I can understand why maybe some people would not enjoy this. I would recommend, her writing even to my male friends. Okay, because sometimes you read these romance novels and you're like, okay, yeah, this is clearly geared towards, women. But no, the themes in this book, or at least like in her series, I think guys would like it. Like, I think my male friends would enjoy them if, that's like their style, that is. But I just really enjoyed the themes of her books. And I really like that I just really like that she takes stories that we've known and kind of makes them her own. Just amazing. And I mean, I'm gonna discuss the Never After series. So I'll discuss each book that I've read in depth. But I'm just very excited, just very happy that I was able to discover her her writing and her books. And I know that she has been going through a lot of therapy treatments. So I wish all the best to Emily McIntire, and I hope that she is well and that, she's able to continue living out her dream. Okay. And we need more people in this world like Emily McIntire, who is just lovely. She seems like a lovely woman. I hope to meet her one day. Hopefully I can get my book signed by her. It would be a dream of me to be able to do that. But again, I wish all the best to Emily McIntire, and I hope that, she's happy and healthy and is able to continue living out her dream. So you're probably thinking like, okay, so we've got college sports romance, contemporary romance. Now we got dark romance. Okay, the final author that I'm going to talk about, like I mentioned before, was Becka Mack. Now, Becka Mack, God bless her. Actually, God bless her. She, as far as I know, she has only written 3 books, and that is from the Playing for Keeps series. She is she does professional hockey romance. Okay, so the people who are in the Playing for Keeps series, they are professional hockey players, and it is their story, and it is their stories. Now, I don't know what she does to make me eat up everything that she writes and go back wanting for more. I have not reread a series more times than I have her books. There's just something about her writing that I absolutely enjoy. She does write on a little bit of like the longer side, but what I really, really admire and like about Becka Mack is that she doesn't push out her books quickly. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that she's a newer author, But I really did like that she said, okay, you know what? I'm going to publish one book a year and hopefully you guys come back for more. And when I tell you, I will go back for more. Even if her book takes a year or even 2 years for it to come out, I am a fan of hers and I'm a fan of the series and I love the characters. And the fact that I would want to, um, wait for a new character's story to come out to be like, oh my God, what is going to happen? Like, I'm very curious about this person's backstory. How are they going to fall in love? Like, what's going to happen? Becka Mack was able to do that. And she does them really well. Like, yeah, they can be a little outlandish, and I will go through that when I cover and review the Playing for Keeps series. But despite them being a little outlandish, they fit the characters. Like, they fit the characters that she writes. And you can't even be mad about that. You can't be like, oh, she writes her men to be too, like, this is a dream guy. Nobody who's walking the earth can be like this. And it doesn't matter if nobody can measure up to that. They're not supposed to. Okay? But she makes it believable. Like, actually, like, she makes you escape into this into like this book, and now that becomes your reality, and you really connect with the characters, and you're like, oh, I can absolutely 100% see this character do this. This is what's going to happen. And it's not done in a predictable way. It's just more that the actions that these characters do just tracks. Okay, they're not doing something that, okay, it might seem like a behavior that they do is outlandish, but it's not outlandish for that type of character. Okay, and I will touch more upon that, I guess, in a separate video, like I said, when I actually discuss the Playing for Keeps series, because there's 3 beautiful books, and one of the characters is extremely outlandish and is like, why would you be with this type of a person? But you learn so much about them, and you just kind of relate to them, and you're like, okay, well, you know what, like, this guy, like, he's harmless. He's just, this type of an energy or this type of energy, and you're like, okay, that tracks. So, yeah. And I absolutely can't wait for the 4th book of the Playing for Keeps series to come out. I'm absolutely waiting. I believe it comes out in August of 2024, so we are quite a few months out. So we probably won't even get any teasers for a while, but I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with waiting for an amazing book, as long as the author really takes the time to really develop the story correctly and the way that they want to tell it. Because the problem that we have right now is that a lot of books are getting published without being properly edited, or just, we've kind of turned, the publishing world into fast fashion at the moment. And it's not really a good look, right? Like, as someone who likes to consume a lot of books, I know I'm probably a part of the problem, because I consume so much that it's forcing a need for authors to, push up their deadlines to get things done faster. But again, I would also like to reiterate and stress that I have no problem waiting for good content. Like I said, I absolutely have no problem waiting for a book or a series to come out, as long as the author is proud of their book, proud of the work that they're doing, and it is well written, and it takes its time, okay, and it's not rushed. I will wait. If I'm a fan of, 1, the author, and 2, the book or the series, I will wait for it to come out. Okay, it doesn't matter how long it will take. I will wait for it to come out, and I will buy it as soon as it comes out. Yeah, that's just my little 2 cents about that. So each one of these authors have introduced me to different genres, right? So like I said, Elle Kennedy has introduced me to college sports romance. And then we have Huang, who introduced me to more contemporary romance with a little bit of darker themes. And then McIntire, who introduced me to dark romance, which I absolutely love. And then we have Becka Mack, who introduced me into the, like, professional hockey or the professional sports romance, right? Okay, so I really do love the fact that all four of these authors I absolutely love and adore, and the fact that they were able to be different genres and still makes me really enjoy all of their reading. Because for somebody who I guess could say is a mood reader or really does enjoy the same type of content that I just enjoy, that you would say would be hard for me to venture into different, genres or venture into different authors and still enjoy it. But I absolutely love every single one of them, and I love the fact that a lot of variety here. Okay, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and liked what I said about the authors. I don't know if it made any sense or not, but I was very excited to discuss it. And I am going to do a part 2 on, some of the other authors that I really do enjoy as well. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Tell me if you like any of these authors or if there's any authors that are kind of similar to their writing that I should be on the lookout. And yeah, let's have a conversation about it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and all of that fun stuff. And I'll see you back with another video. All right, bye.